Well, there are one-sided T20 games, and then there is games like this. Brad Hogg and Ajit Agarkar are here with me. Pretty happy, I guess, as former Knight Riders themselves. But boy, that was a decimation.
Well, this is something that they missed last year, Kolkata Knight Riders. Someone like Lynn would have got them over the line. I guess at the end there, Andre Russell was injured, so they didn't have that power player. So I think they've got a good balance here, and Shakib could find himself in a bit of trouble coming over from Bangladesh into Kolkata and not finding himself in the starting 11 next game.
Yeah, well, those are good problems to have, but the bad problems, if there is such a thing, is with Gujarat at the moment. Did they bowl poorly, or do they actually have a resource issue in the way that their bowling lineup is? Of course, has to be borne in mind they don't have Dwayne Bravo and Ravindra Jadeja just yet.
I mean, they clearly have an issue because they're missing two key players, plus they didn't play Faulkner here. I'm sure they would have chased if they'd won the toss, with that sort of going batting heavy and an all-Indian attack, but just very, very poor from them. Just the intent, the body language. It was a flat pitch, difficult pitch to bowl on, good batters against you, but even some of the decision making as far as the captaincy is concerned, just pretty average. To make it was probably par or below par the score, 180, but still a big total to chase down. You needed early wickets or needed to put some sort of pressure. Made it too easy for KKR, as well as KKR batted. This attack made it way too easy.
Way too easy, yes, but then when you get a performance like the one we saw from Lynn, who I'm sure you've seen a fair bit of, he does well in the Big Bash. His strike rate's always high, this time among the top 4 or 5 run getters this season as well. What makes him such an exceptional batsman? We saw him in this performance, for instance, absolutely murder the bowling.
Well, the thing was the spinners didn't bowl well at him either, and he has struggled against spin. But the other thing is they had Praveen Kumar, who bowled exceptionally well in that first over, swung the ball, and it troubled both batsmen. And I just felt that they missed a trick there, and they could have given him the second over at that early stage and try to get Lynn and Gambhir, one of those, out early on. That's what you've got a strike bowler for up front.
But I do want to get your thoughts on this ability that Lynn has to hit the big shot. 8 sixes in that innings, in the 40-odd balls that he faced. I mean, just the ability to clear the fence is quite special.
Well, if you look at him, he stands still and doesn't move much in the crease. And if you bowl on a good length, he's powerful enough to get it over the boundary. He's very strong in the core, and that's the only reason why he can hit it over the fence. He's got a great eye, and I'm still bamboozled how someone can continually hit the ball over the fence as consistently as Lynn.
Yes, and that's great for Kolkata. They broke up a successful partnership in Gambhir and Uthappa to get Lynn there, so their credit to them there. One other thought on Gautam Gambhir, because he's had a difficult season. He's had some controversy. He's been into the team and then out again of the national team. Played well today.
Yeah, controversy is not new for Gambhir, I guess, during a season. No, played really well. Look, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the two batters. To get 180 without losing a wicket is always difficult in T20 cricket. But after a point, I mean, once they got through that, I think that first over of Praveen Kumar was really good. Yeah. And then Raina bowls 2 overs of Shivil Kaushik in the power play. Some of the decision making from the captain was pretty bizarre. But Gambhir needed these runs. When you start a new season, like you said, there's a fair bit going on in his career at this point, and he needed to start the season well. Sometimes when you get runs as a captain, makes life a lot easier to ask things of your teammates. So really good start. I think KKR are in good shape at the moment.
One final thought: if you're Gujarat, what are you doing for the next game? Are you making panic decisions now, because you haven't just been beaten, you've been absolutely decimated?
I think I'll make a couple of changes. I'll definitely bring in another bowling option. You need that all-rounding bowling option, and that Faulkner's the one to bring in there. After the left-arm Chinaman
Shivil
Kaushik. After seeing his performance today, I'd be thinking, should I give him one more game or shouldn't I? Should I try one of the younger spinners that I've got in the stocks? Just see how he goes early on in the season, because you want the momentum at the end of the season, Their batting lineup is good enough to be in the finals, but their bowling lineup might be their weak link. They've got to get their bowlers sorted out as early as possible and then stick with them for the rest of the tournament.
Or win the toss every time and try and chase.
Well, sometimes that's quite difficult.
We'll wait and watch if that happens. But thank you so much for the thoughts of two former Knight Riders on a night that the Kolkata Knight Riders have got off to the perfect start in the season.